Hello YouTubers and fellow Whovians, I hope you're all very well. Welcome to another Doctor Who action figure review, and this time I shall be taking a look at the 12th Doctor in purple shirt action figure, which is based on his appearance from the episode Robot of Sherwood. Now this was a very long awaited figure. We waited for a release of a proper Peter Capaldi 12th Doctor action figure, I don't know, for ages. Must have been for about a year since his debut as a Doctor in Deep Breath. So what we get was 4 different versions of the 12th Doctor to make up for all of that unnecessary weight. And what we got were 4 completely different versions, 4 different shirt colours, and that was about it really. But in my opinion, good move. You can get all the variations, or you could just get one. Right now we shall be taking a look at the purple shirted version, and we will start off with the detailing. Now the face sculpt, I think, isn't that bad. Some people complained that it doesn't look that great and it doesn't really look like Peter Capaldi. Have these people actually watched Doctor Who? Look at this. I think this is a great head sculpt. I mean, yeah, maybe they could have done a little bit better with the paint job. I admit that. They could have done a little bit better with the paint job. Some people complained saying, yeah, the paint's too thick, doesn't show the lines in his face. I can see where they're coming from, because Capaldi is one of the older Doctors. Yeah, I can see where they're all coming from. But I must say the hair is done very nicely. You got all that mixed wash of the dark colouring and all the grey, just black and grey. And I think that's done very nicely. I think the hair is very good. And you know, you can tell it's meant to be Capaldi, and the eyebrows have been done very well. The nose, it just looks like Capaldi's nose in my opinion. I don't think there's all that much wrong with the face sculpt, to be honest. I really don't. As there'll be more of these figures, hopefully some time down the line, the paint job may improve. We might get longer hair based on his appearances in later episodes, because his hair was shorter in Series 8. I think that overall the likeness is a great likeness. It's more or less spot on in my opinion. And as for the actual body of the figure, I think this is also very good. He's wearing his dark Crombie coat, what he wore for a majority of the 8th series. I think that all that's been done very nicely. It's been painted black. You've got all the creases and all of that in there. You've got all the buttons, and just goes all the way around the figure. I think it's a very nice looking figure, to be honest. We have the purple shirt underneath, which I think has also been done very nicely. The shirt is the same sculpt that has been used for all 4 versions of this figure that have been released so far. And it's quite simply, you've got your shirt, you've got your collar, you've got all the creases, you've got all your buttons, and that's it really. All the differences are with the paint applications that have been applied to all 4 of these figures. And this, of course, is the purple shirted version. One of my favourite variations of shirts that the 12th Doctor wore in his time as a Doctor. I think it suits him very well. It's based on his appearance from Robot of Sherwood. I just really liked the shirt, what he wore in the episode, so I thought that it would be very nice to get my hands on one of these and pick this up and display it on my shelf along with all the other Doctor Who figures that I have. We also have the belt underneath the shirt that has just been sculpted on there. When you shine it in the light, it kind of looks silver, but it isn't. That's probably due to the gloss finish that has been applied onto the belt, but I really like it. And one thing that I am so glad that they've done is that they've also painted the inside of his coat red. And if you wanted to, you could actually display the coat as if it was out, so maybe get something to make sure that it is red, so you can see the red lining inside. And it's very nice, very reminiscent of the Third Doctor's capes, what he wore during his time. Very pleased with this. I really like it. I'm really glad that they did this, because I was afraid that they might have missed out, but they didn't. The trousers, there's not really much to say about the trousers. There's like a dark grey, and again you've got all the creases applied to it to just make it look a bit interesting and lifelike. And you've got his shoes, his Doc Marten shoes, and these are excellent in my opinion. And these have been painted in a glossy black. It's very nicely done. And the interesting thing is the soles have also been painted a different colour, and they have been painted in a sort of brownish greyish colour. I really like that. So overall, I think that Character Options have done an absolutely amazing job with this figure. I'm so very pleased with this figure, and well, I'm glad that this is a good figure, because if it wasn't, I would have been very disappointed, because we waited for quite a long time for a 12th Doctor action figure, and now finally we got one towards the end of 2015, just over a year after he made his debut. In terms of accessories, he only comes with one. It's his sonic screwdriver, and it's the same sonic screwdriver that was used by Matt Smith, and the paint applications that have been brought in to this are absolutely amazing. You got the green emitter again, more accurate in my opinion, because it's more greener than previous versions that were released with the earlier 11th Doctor action figures. And of course, one thing to note is it is actually the closed version, and this is the first time that we've ever seen a closed version of this sonic screwdriver in terms of the 5-inch line. So I'll just quickly demonstrate the difference. So I'll just take this out of the 11th Doctor's hand and take this out of the 12th Doctor's hand once again. You can see the difference between the two, but there's just one little thing. It seems that Capaldi's one is a bit bigger. How that is the case, I have no idea. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it looks a little bit bigger, but I can live with it. The articulation on this guy is awesome. His head can do a 360. I don't want to do it though, because I don't want to damage the paintwork on the neck. Shoulders can do a 360, and they are also ball jointed, so they can go out like that, if you please. There's articulation at the biceps, they can go all the way around. There's articulation at the elbow area, and there's articulation at the wrists, and they can go all the way around. At the waist, that can do a 360. The legs can go forward and backwards, and they can also move out from side to side. So if you wanted Capaldi to do the splits, you can do so. And again, you can see a little bit more of the jacket. They've even painted the jacket here, right at the back as well. Very impressive. There's articulation at the thigh area. They can do a 360. The knees can bend in and out, and also his Doc Martens can turn 360 degrees. So the articulation and the detail all around is absolutely immense. What are you waiting for? If you're a big fan of Peter Capaldi's Doctor like I am, then I would definitely pick up this figure or any of the other 3 figures that are in Toys R Us stores right now. And there we have it. That is my review of the 12th Doctor in his purple shirt as seen from the episode Robot of Sherwood. Oh, you're all having a great day, everyone. Stay tuned next time, and cheerio.
Thank you.